You tell me when I do a video, you think I give a who criticize? Your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is September 1st, 2018, and the start of the Labor Day weekend. Hope you guys are doing well today. Gotta give a shout out to my man, Make YouTube Great Again. Yo, you making YouTube great with this song request right here. Jay-Z, where I'm from, ain't nothing nice. Marcy, Detroit's where I'm from, ain't nothing nice. Hope you guys are doing well today. We're gonna be looking at two articles. We got a little bounce back in the market as well. We'll take a look at that. The two articles for today, one being an important one for the Ethereum Foundation or Ethereum Network. They've just passed an ETH 1234 proposal, so we'll take a look at what that details and how that makes the price of Ethereum, how it affects it. It affects it probably in a good way, but of course any action has a reaction, so there's a side effect to them doing this or deciding to do this with the Ethereum protocol. So we'll take a look at that. And the second article is also about Ethereum, but on the more financialization side of things. We'll see what the CBOE is attempting to do here in the coming weeks. Will probably have an impact on the price of Ethereum as well. So we're going to take a look at both of those. But first, let's take a look at that market cap. Currently sitting at $228 billion, up a little bit. We look like we're all green today. And Bitcoin's dominance is at 53%, coming down a little bit. So as you can see, we've got a nice 2% pop in Bitcoin over the last 24 hours. In the last hour, half of that gain has been in that hour. Ethereum is up to 1% and up over 2% over the last 24 hours. And overall, just looking green for most of these coins. EOS up nicely today, but looking good overall for the altcoins today, I should say. But let's take a look at that chart really quickly, and we're following that trend line. Even though we didn't get back down to it, we bounced off of that. I told you guys yesterday we got to watch that 6,800 area, and we bounced off of that. And now I'm just gonna let you guys know, technically speaking, if we breach the 7,100, then we're going to shoot for that 73 fairly quickly. We're going to take that out fairly quickly. And from there, we'll have to see. No crystal ball in this game. But on to the first article, and that is the ETH 1234 by the Ethereum Developers. And we'll go over that right now. This is out of Crypto Globe. It says here, Ethereum's proposal is primed to delay difficulty bomb and reduce block reward. Earlier today, 14 Ethereum developers met over video conference to discuss changes to the proposed difficulty bomb and block reward. They agreed to support the ETH 1234 that would decrease block reward from 3 ETH to 2 ETH, as well as delay the difficulty bomb. The proposed ETH 1234 would be added to the Constantinople upgrade scheduled for October. The postponement to the difficulty bomb, a feature designed to increase the difficulty of mining rewards, making mining less attractive, has been received well by the community, despite the fact that it has been considered a controversial topic, especially for miners invested heavily in hardware. Many traders are in favor of the 2 ETH block reward as it reduces Ethereum's inflation rate, which is currently greater than that of Bitcoin. It is thought that the reduced mining reward would constrain the supply, in turn reducing the selling pressure from miners. According to a Twitter thread from Eric Connor, the Ethereum network has paid $6.6 billion to miners over the past 365 days. And there's a tweet from Eric Connor kind of going over that. Some members of the community, however, are not happy with the lack of discussion. Ethereum miners and investors who were present at the previous meeting regarding the Constantinople upgrade were excluded from today's meeting. Some have seen this as a controversial decision because the difficulty bomb and block reward reduction is likely to have a greater impact on miners than developers. With over a month until the upgrade, it remains to be seen whether the wider community of investors, traders, miners, and developers will rally in support of ETH 1234. Wow. So I'm just gonna say this, and you guys let me know what you think. Like, was this meeting and this ETH 1234 pushed as a high priority topic because of the price of Ethereum. Like if Ethereum was at $1,200, $1,300 at all-time highs, would they really be pressed to do this? I would say no. And to see the fact that they excluded miners and traders in this meeting, to me, it just shows that it's very centralized. You know, a lot of these blockchains are very centralized. So when I hear people talking about EOS is centralized, and just take a look at what's going on here with the Ethereum Foundation and the developers deciding single-handedly what they're going to do and excluding the miners and traders in the decision. So I don't want to hear none of that. EOS is centralized. This is not, you know, that's some bull. You guys are living in la la land. All of these projects have a level of centralization to them. It's not a binary thing here, and that's what I think many of you are failing to realize. This is not a binary thing. It's a gradient. It's a gradient scale. So what do you guys think about this ETH 1234? It's just interesting that they're moving forward with this without the input from miners and investors. It's gonna hurt miners, and you know, hey, you need miners. As much as, you know, we say they're centralized and they're a cabal, they've got a hold on making the money and sucking the money from the network. Without miners, you have no security. So, you know, what if some of the miners start to leave because from 3 ETH to 2 ETH block reward, that's a 30% reduction. You know, I don't know. You guys let me know, what do you think about that and the ramifications of that, and how that shows how centralized these projects really are. The second article out of CoinDo pertaining to ETH as well. Ethereum. CBO prepares release a new crypto futures option. Chicago-based company CBOE Global Markets is closer to launching Ether Futures, as reported on August 30th. CBOE Global Markets is approaching with fast steps to the launch of Ether Futures. Frank Chaparro reported for the Business Insider that CBOE is telling market makers that it is close to rolling out futures for the Ether, the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. Representatives informed about this subject told the news portal that the new future service may be live in the fourth quarter, I'm assuming, of 2018. They've got 2014 here, but I'm assuming 2018. Note that CBOE's Futures Exchange, CFE, listed Bitcoin futures on the 10th of December of 2017. So CBOE was targeting the new crypto futures options since 2017. Since December, the CBOE's president and chief operating officer said he was looking to add new futures options other than Bitcoin. Among his targets were Ether and Bitcoin Cash. Back on the 14th of June, William Hinman, the director of U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's Corporate Office Division, claimed during a conference held by Yahoo Finance in San Francisco that, putting aside the fundraising that accompanied the creation of Ether, based on my understanding of the present state of Ether, the Ethereum network and its decentralized structure, current offers and sales of Ether are not securities transactions. And as with Bitcoin, applying the disclosure regimen of the federal securities laws to current transactions in Ether would seem to add little value. As a response to the news circulating that day, CBOE president told Bloomberg that we are pleased with the SEC's decision to provide clarity with respect to current Ether transactions. This announcement clears a key stumbling block for Ether Futures, the case for which we've been considering since we launched the Bitcoin's futures back in December of 2017. It is almost impossible to predict the evolution of Ether's price after a giant like CBOE will launch a related futures option. So interesting that they're looking to add Ether to the futures. To me, it's just funny because, you know, adding Ether to futures is kind of weird because Ether is not really like a currency. It's more of a token that is used to do various things on a decentralized platform. So it's just interesting to see them doing this financialization of Ethereum. You know, so if they're going down that route, I can only imagine that we will see an EOS futures in 2019 at some point as well. So, you know, you guys let me know, what do you think about this? How does it affect Ethereum? Are they looking at this the right way? And why haven't they added Litecoin futures? You know, I don't hear a lot about Litecoin in the Wall Street circle. You know, you don't hear a lot about Litecoin or some of those other cryptocurrencies traditionally labeled. And it's interesting to see that. So you guys give me your feedback on that. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a safe Labor Day weekend, and I'm out of here. Holla! Ain't nothing nice